Good morning, everyone, and Wendy Snow and Terry Abeyta. Glad to have you on the call, and you've got some really good stuff to share. I'm going to turn it over to you. And oh, what an exciting time to be in Avini. We've got 2025 ahead of us, all of its bright possibilities. And I'm thinking, okay, we all resolved to be better, do more. And what a neat vehicle to be with. And pretty much anybody you talk to when they're thinking, okay, what are my resolutions? Well, I think all of us would love to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Uh, so often it fits into being more healthy, losing weight, making more money, different things like that. But so much to help that is this idea that I think we've all heard, and I think it's expressed so well with Jim Rohn, that you are the average of the five people that you associate most with. And one of the quickest ways to change your whole life is change your associations. And so I love being part of the Avini tribe. We're all striving to be better in all of those aspects and sharing that with other people. And we've got some powerful products and wonderful ideas. And so tell us how we can be more healthy and wealthy. You got a plan here, Toni.
Well, thank you for leading the way, healthy, wealthy, and wise, Dave. So great to see here. Great to be here. Hi, Wendy. Hi, thanks for being here, hon. So,
Thank you. Thanks
yes,
for having me.
absolutely. So, this is an incredible end of year. We've had some amazing progress in Avini, and some of those are, if I could just go over a couple of those successes, if that's okay. We've had 50% increase in our growth in our company. We have 4 to 5,000 more distributors than this time last year. We have a brand new facility. I'll let someone else give us the exact dimensions of that facility. We have international payment methods now. We're opening new areas, new countries, and we have a brand new promotion that helps open up the idea of what our company is about. It's on your app. It's a video that Doug Dickey and Paul Stowers have created. So it is on your intro. It's very, very good. It's 4 minutes. But all of this is inspired by, we're coming up on the new year. And like everyone, we've got resolutions, we've got decisions, commitments, goals. And Eunice Green, new gold executive Eunice Green in Stockton, California, had this brilliant idea. Yeah, she's fabulous. Had this brilliant idea on January 4th to bring people from her clientele together and discuss how to properly get in better shape, maybe lose a few pounds through Avini products. And we thought, oh my goodness, why would we wait until January 4th? Let's do it now. Let's have the products in our hands now before the New Year's ball drops. And so, Eunice, thank you for inspiring this Zoom. And there's so many ways that we can complement other things that we do. And I've been a proponent for health and wellness for years, probably since my mother had me in toe shoes in ballet years ago, some form of activity, whether it be dance. But I have a dear, dear friend, Wendy Snow, who knows that it all starts here. So I've asked her to come in and share that mindset. So, Wendy, you've done such a wonderful job of transformation. You're beautiful. You've always been beautiful. New Ruby executive, Wendy Snow.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. You got my attention, Tony, back 2 years ago when you had Doug on the phone talking about the obesogens. And I was like, what are you talking about? All the years in my fitness modeling career, I had never heard of that term. And I've trained a lot of women and men, and we just couldn't get past that threshold sometimes, no matter what. And so when he put that little word and the meaning and the heavy metals and how we store them, I was just so many. I just, why didn't I know this? Like, how did we not know this? So I added that to my not my knowledge, and I'm always one that says you can what your mind believes you can achieve. And so many times we limit ourselves in that area, and so that is the key beginning to loving yourself and allowing yourself to go to that next step. Because we as a society have all these visions of what it should look like and what we should be and how we are. And we don't realize how that plays a role on our body and what we accept and what we become. You can make yourself sick and not even have any disease or anything, but you're convinced you're sick. Same with being out of shape. I'm older and I have this and I have that, and your body responds. That mind body connection is very real, and it is a very overlooked component to how we can behave and shape our health and our bodies. And now that I have this whole will, I always talk about the will and it's how it rolls. And if you're missing parts of the will, be it your diet might be right, or maybe you don't get enough rest, or maybe you don't get enough water, which our hydration plus is one of my favorite, and our fiber. Maybe you're missing that in the will, so the will won't roll very well. So you have to make sure you're very balanced in all these areas. And through Avini, we have these tools and these products that can help us. And where I step in and say, now that we have all of these tools to add to our will, now we just have to jump in with our mindset. What are the thoughts we're putting into ourselves? What are we telling ourselves on a daily basis? Am I worthy? Do you behave like someone who's fit and healthy? Because I think once you start thinking, I am healthy, and you can tell yourself and look yourself in the mirror and go, no, you're not. So you have to be able to go, okay, I am worthy of being healthy and wealthy, whatever it is you put in your mind. So I'm going to start behaving like one. I'm going to act, walk, and think as if I am a a very fit and very, very young, youthful, amazing person. What would that look like if I was to behave that way? And all of a sudden you start thinking, oh, a healthy person would choose this to eat. A healthy person would want to go for a walk. A healthy person, they're going to drink more water or whatever. And so as you start implementing all these things into your thoughts and they start feeding, your body will respond. And you will start noticing, hey, things are shifting, things are looking good. Obviously, it all starts with this right here. Because as I've said, I've done that, but I didn't have this to remove the obesogens, to remove those heavy metals, to get your body working right, to get your hormones actually functioning as they should when we were younger, before we had all this in our body clogging up all those things. So when you introduced me to this company, Toni, that, gosh, we're going on 3 years. Yeah. And
Mhm.
it was just like a piece of the puzzle that I was missing. And so I am just really, really thankful that we can really take it to the next level this year through everything that we know and all the products that Rick and everybody's lined up for us, where we are poised to become the healthiest we've ever been and the wealthiest we could be. So that's what, unless you want me to add something else, that's what I wanted to add.
Well, everyone, Wendy is the walking example of transformation. And Wendy, do you have with you that before and after by any chance? Because you've always been drop dead gorgeous, beautiful, but the transformation, because the message that you relay so clearly is you choose you. You choose you. And I
Mhm.
choose me. And Dave, I know Dave chooses Dave and he embraces everyone else in that choice. He shares what he does. And that's what we want to do here. So would you feel comfortable sharing?
I'll go get, yeah, I have my phone right next to me. I'll get that. I wanted to say something. There's a whole, I every day, like Dave, I love learning. I love listening to podcasts and reading and that. And there's a very profound correlation between people who are caretakers, people who they take care of others and not themselves, and how their body and what they feel and how they deteriorate because they're not choosing themselves. And so it's very, and it sounds so selfish. I choose me. No, 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 no. When you choose me and you put yourself first, you are everyone else benefits. Everyone else, you become the highest version of yourself. And so for many, many times, and especially as mothers, we put our family first and we put our children first and we care for them and we neglect ourselves. We don't drink enough. We don't eat right. We're constantly, worried about the whatever. And that consequence really, really plays a role in our health. I'm going to step away from the camera. I have to get my phone. I'm so sorry.
No problem. No problem.
I'll be right back.
Thank you so, so much. It's wonderful that we have a partner with us. This book also inspires so much. Outsmarting Obesity by Dr. Stuart Lonke. Again, partner with Rick Deitch, our creator for our product line. So great book, great ideas in here. So online, available, of course. And if you go to convention and summit, he'll probably be there and sign some. Since Wendy is stepping away, Dave, how about if we mention the details for summit? This is a great time.
Oh, absolutely. That's coming up really quick. And if you're going to go, you might as well sign up now because you can get a better deal, save quite a bit. And also, that's an expense that's tax deductible. So you could write it off a year earlier when you pay for it. But also, I think one of the most important things is not just go and be a consumer, but actually use this as something to build your business, to invest in. And so don't go alone. I know, and I just give you a heads up. When you're there, you'll be glad you did, but you'll be thinking, oh my goodness, I wish I would have told Mary about this, or I wish I would have tried a little harder to get Bill to come or something like that. So definitely invite and do all you can to get some other people there too. And talk about them getting their people there as well. We've got enough time where not just you can be present, but your people can have people, and they might have some people present. Just imagine that. A lot can happen if you hustle every day, talk to people. So,
Dave, I think that is actually the most valuable piece of information. I know historically I have never gone to convention without several folks with me. Take at least 10. If not, I would be proud. I would be so excited, literally going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 27 people. You got to do that. You got to want to do that. It's so much fun. Self competition, very, very important, but bring people. And Wendy, I'm going to share this piece a little bit early. So there is also the component of the business training on Thursday from 1 to 4. It is $50. And by the way, Dave is mentioning that if you get your tickets all now and you pay for them now, everything is tax deductible in the month or the year of 2024, the year. And so your tickets are now $99 if you get December 31st and $50 if you add the business training. For those who attend the business training, Wendy and I will be hosting an executive suite at the Tuscany Inn. We're staying right where the convention will be, at the summit will be, and it'll be a huge 2-bedroom suite with a kitchen and a living room and all kinds of fun stuff. Lights, but community, come on in. We want you there, and you get extra special treatment if you take the business training as well. So, but everybody's actually invited. Just, anyway.
It's going to be fun.
Yes, it will. All right, Wendy, share. It's amazing. Yay.
talk a little bit so it'll show up big.
What?
Yeah, there we go.
This is amazing. And that's our Wendy. Wendy has always been beautiful, but I just saw her in Gold River recently when we had the Avini presentation by Doug Dickey at Radiant Light. Wendy walked in and took the room by storm, completely transformed. Just amazing decision. And so thank you for sharing that it is about our minds, Wendy, starting with our minds. Thank you. All right. Well, we are also wanting to share that the promotion that Neil has so generously added for the end of the month is this is our Avini Trim Science Bundle. and every flavor of our TrimScience is available. It's normally at wholesale $170 total for all of these. It is in pre-pack special 150, and Neil has added that we will receive an additional 15 bonus points for ordering it up to December 31st. So we want to use these products. And Dave, will you help us go over what the benefits are?
Oh, absolutely. Would love to.
Thank you.
Here's something from The Self-Care Revolution by Michael Zan, but he talks about this, that there is a coming pandemic and approaching a gigantic tsunami wave of diabesity. Well, that's an interesting word, diabesity. Well, that's obesity and diabetes. And 35% of Americans are obese and diabetic. That represents nearly a 25% increase in only 3 years. There is not a healthcare system in the world that will be able to handle this magnitude of sickness and subsequent health costs. If this diabetes tsunami remains unimpeded, it will likely destroy our healthcare system and potentially take down our fragile economy with it. But there's so much, your book with Dr. Lonke, that's where I first heard the word obesogen. And now we're hearing diabetes. Here's another one that I think Dr. Lustig, look on him on YouTube or whatnot. He's a big thing on sugar. But let's listen to the book here. Metabolical. Isn't that something? Diabolical and metabolism. And the subtitle, The Lure and Lies of Processed Food, Nutrition, and Modern Medicine. But here's the thing, talking about modern medicine helping us lose weight easily. An ideal solution is a solution that doesn't give you a bigger problem after you're done trying to solve it. So think about that. Just do this. But one of the most important things, my all-time favorite product is this right here, the tip of the spear. What's exciting about this is that it's just so elegantly and wonderful and simply does things that no other product has done. When it was developed by Rick Deitch, it created a whole new category of detox. Usually, when you think about detox, you're taking herbs or something that makes you go to the bathroom. But essentially, what this is, it's using a natural mineral, clinoptilolite. And in fact, I got to show you this real quick.
We're so real. We're so real.
If you look at clinoptilolite, pictures of clinoptilolite, you'll see some of the most gorgeous mineral specimens. And a reason is clinoptilolite, it's made by volcanoes when the lava and ash interacts with ocean water, and over millions of years, these really unique crystals are created. And these crystals, the structure and charge and everything makes it selective. So it loves bad stuff. And if you've looked at fireworks, the brilliant colors, oil paints, cosmetics, all of those beautiful colors are heavy metals. And that's why if you Google clinoptilolite samples, you'll see these beautiful rocks. And because they're full of bad stuff. But what's really interesting also is there's really deposits of stuff that's a tan, so it's not as much bad stuff, but it's still there and has actually been used for hundreds of years, ingesting it, and it goes around in your digestive tract and grabs onto heavy metals that our liver and limited organs have been able to get out and often get recycled with the bile and stuff, and this helps us remove them. Rick, I came up with this wonderful idea after studying a paper where some guys got this idea to put an IV into dogs that had some problems, and the problems went away. And he thought, wow, how can I make this go systemic, enter the bloodstream without doing an IV? And the answer was creating a whole new category of clinoptilolite, which we trademarked as detoxolite. And what it is consistently making the particle size under 1 micron, but also cleaning those cages so it doesn't have all that stuff. So here we have something that's more pure, more hungry, and small enough so you just go like this, give it a little shake, and then moments later, it's in your bloodstream, going up and down everywhere, looking for bad stuff, and it just grabs in there, but it leaves the healthy stuff alone. So a lot of times when people hear about this, they think, oh, I think I've heard of chelation therapy. Is that like that? And what's really exciting is you don't have to go lay on a cot and have an IV for hours and spend thousands of dollars. But also, that's indiscriminate. It grabs everything. So it'll pull lead out of your body, but it also loves calcium and magnesium and healthy stuff. It's not interested in zinc and magnesium and the healthy minerals, but it loves lead, cadmium, mercury, arsenic, and all the bad stuff, which we find is an obesogen. The reason is your body doesn't like those heavy metals, and so it tries to stuff them somewhere that sequesters them in the fat. And so you try to lose weight, all of a sudden it's re-released in your body. Oh, I don't feel so good. Leave this alone. And so the fat actually it's not just ballast we're carrying around, it's metabolically active, saying, leave me alone. In fact, sending out signals, I want to be more of me, eat this. And it's just creepy. But what this does, and we've had people that really consciously not doing anything other than just adding this, and they start losing some weight. So that's a cool thing. The other thing is, okay, one of the things I like about this is it gave me a wonderful testimony 7 years ago. I had a health challenge, and so this is my all-time favorite product. But another one that is a big deal is we as Americans particularly just don't get enough fiber. But this is not your grandmother's fiber supplement. This is not Metamucil or anything like that. And you can really get more and more into this. That as an example, this product here has been carefully formulated by Rick. It's actually, we've got people that have been using this for 20 plus years, earlier versions of this. The guy's been around a long time. He's created billions of dollars worth of products for other companies. The only thing new is Avini, where we have the novelty is Rick is making his own stuff in his own lab, and I'm not a vendor for someone else or licensing stuff. So this is the very best. I remember when he was working for Rexall, he made this comment. He said, bringing something to market, and then the powers that be, they said, well, we like this a lot, but we don't like the price point. What can you do to make it cheaper? Now, Rick is in full control. And so as an example, this does not have sucralose or whatever. It's all 100% monk fruit as the sweetener. The flavor is all natural. But also different kinds of fiber feed different kinds of bugs. And so we can call fiber a prebiotic. So we got probiotic, and that's the bugs themselves. And we have a universe living in us of trillions of these friendly bugs, but they actually make things for us, and that's called postbiotics. And that's really important, the brain-gut connection, all those different things. It's an integral part of our immune system. It makes neurotransmitters. It does all kinds of wonderful things if they're there. And so often, our problems that we have, chronic things, some of the scary stuff like brain problems, it's what they call dysbiosis, which is essentially our bugs are messed up. A leaky gut, that's a big deal. And that's literally what it means. Our gut is leaky. That the gut lining is letting stuff through into the bloodstream that shouldn't be there and messes things up. And the fuel that feeds that is butyric acid, which is actually a postbiotic. So this just makes all the right kinds of stuff. So it's just one of the most invaluable products. It could change your whole life. When you look at it, it talks about different things here. Reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease, helps lower cholesterol, stabilizes healthy blood sugar, supports a healthy colon and gut, stimulates the growth of healthy bacteria, aids in the removal of toxins from the digestive tract. Oh, in fact, it has detoxolite in it. So it's just a wonderful product, and it actually tastes pretty good. It'll change your life. If you'll mix a scoop of this in just a glass of water, what I do is I just put it in there, shake it, drink it, and just doing that twice a day on your two main meals. If you're concerned about blood sugar and measure it, you'll probably see a difference the very next day. Your life will change, and your bugs will be happy. You'll be feeding the right ones. If you're taking a probiotic, good for you. But if you're not feeding them, they're not going to stay there. And so when we eat, we're not just feeding our body, we're feeding our friendly bugs that are with us. And this is good stuff. So yeah, and it gives us a feeling of satiety, or however you say that. Yeah.
Yes.
You said it perfect. I just wanted to say, yes, this actually did change my life, not only my health and my wealth. It was my entry product to the company. when I was introduced by Sharon Buller to Avini products, and everybody might have heard my story that the product sat on my shelf for 3 months, literally on the counter. And I was carnivore at the time, thought I needed some fiber, thought I would try ours, and I loved it. It was so different from anything I'd ever tried before. And so I called my friend Doug Dickey to say, what's been going on for the last 10 years? How did you bring this? How are you associated with this company? And the rest is history, because this grabbed my attention. This locked it in. This locked it in. So, but thank you, Dave, for pointing out how amazing this product is. I love this product.
Everybody needs it. Everybody.
Yes.
I remember Betty Kamen, who was one of the people that introduced things like fructooligosaccharides and different things like that. And a smart lady, but she had this couplet that has always stuck in my mind. They said, well, you go anywhere in the world where there's small stools, there's big hospitals. And when there's big stools, there's small hospitals. So much of health or sickness, it's all gut health. And that's it's a big, big deal. Everybody should be on Plus Fiber. This other product is, we know it comes in 4 different flavors: pink lemonade, chocolate, coffee, matcha tea. And so what we have is a triad, these 3 things that work together. And Rick, actually, he's been around a long time. That craze that took off some years ago, nootropic or stacked coffee with different things in it, a functional drink. He was one of the pioneers in that. He's fascinated. And there's a lot of stuff in here where you read the ingredients, and a lot of it is just pretty complicated. But essentially what it all does is it helps control appetite. It raises what they call thermogenesis. A lot of our calories is just keeping our furnace stoked. Maintaining core temperature is quite a bit of that. If you could raise it just a little bit, that just, having a little bit more can have a big difference. One of the best ways to do that is movement. One of the most important things is just be moving around. And if you go to the gym, and that's everything, that's wonderful, but if you come home and sit around, it just slows right down. And we've probably all heard the new thing that sitting is the new smoking, because it's just topic, move or die. And so just if you get on the phone, just get in the habit. Okay, the phone rings, I'm going to talk to somebody on the phone. I'm not just going to sit here and talk. That's my cue to get up and walk around. And being a little more animated, you're working, you'll have better conversations anyway. And that's a lot what you and I do as we're paid to talk to people.
Or Dave, if I could
voice.
just say, Dave, if I could just say, buy an exercise ball and sit on an exercise ball. Now you're working the core and you're on the phone, and it just seems a lot more fun.
Yeah.
She's not one to see.
Yeah. In the summertime, we've got 40 acres of woods in our backyard, and I just love thinking, oh, I'm gonna just go outside, get some sunlight, and talk to people. And so here I am working and being highly productive, having fun. So
Love it.
Dave,
stay moving.
You and Valerie are the examples that we follow. We followed your lead. And I just want to share, to make the point, to be a good leader, and Dave, turn off the sound so you can't hear this. No, we want you to recognize. I had someone who's very high-ranking officer in the military, and he said just the other day, he said, the qualities of a good leader are 3. Number 1, to have a vision that is noble and grand. Number 2, the ability to communicate that vision. And number 3, to love your troops, to show them that you're in the trenches with them. You're the first one boots on the ground and the last one boots out. Dave, you are that person. You are that person. And so we are so grateful for your leadership, because you are not just talking to us about it, you are doing it. And I want to tell you that you've inspired this page. I don't know if you can see it.
When you get real close.
Closer.
Okay.
All right.
These are a small list of health facilities, health resorts, because Dave and Valerie took what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 weeks?
Well, it was our 50th anniversary a while ago, and we thought, let's do something special. And we thought, okay, well, we could go on a world cruise, and I'm just like anybody else. If you have this food, and one time at a cruise years ago, I was steak and lobster night, and would you like another lobster? Would you like another? I ate 5 lobster tails. So oh my goodness. But so I thought, okay, we could go on a cruise, have a lot of fun, but I'll come home 10 pounds more. And I thought, let's go to a really nice health spa. And so we had a really nice thing at Hippocrates, which is actually fairly close to our new facility in Boca Raton. But we went there and just a really nice property there, walking around and just all sorts of things to do. But for 3 weeks, it was vegan, raw vegan. That was it. And taking classes and learning stuff. But 3 weeks was enough time to really have a real body reset. We did sneak off and played hooky. Went down to a couple of nice dockside seafood restaurants. But oh my goodness, we had a whole lot of fun, learned a lot, met some good people, and yeah, it's
And shared the message. And so you inspire, and my list is a list of resorts, of health resorts around the country to take an opportunity to do that. It was fabulous. When you were talking, and our video today, our Zoom today, folks, is literally ideas for what we can do to transform ourselves in our 2025. And this is such an incredible year coming up. Our company has such vision for us. We are so, so excited about what's coming up. And whatever that could be, we just know that it's just scaled to go continuously up. And that's for us. That's for you. That's for your people. That's for the growth of your business, your wealth, your financial prosperity, which we know it's in your goals, right? It's part of your desire statements. It's part of your MJ Durkin program, right? It's got to be in there. And so we've got this amazing future with us in Avini. And I
just going back
yeah.
to this real quick. You
Oh,
can
sorry.
just go to shopping and look that up. And a thing that's really fun is any of the products you can open it up and it has a really nice description of what this is all about. But Rick has pretty much looked at, okay, what's all of the different things, whether they're adaptogens or aminos or whatever, they do different things. And so it could block carbohydrate, slow that down so you get a little bit less assimilation, raise core temperature, appetite suppressant a little bit, lots of different factors all working together. And you look at some of the things and what they do, you think, well, I'd like to have that in my diet anyway. And a lot of times you're going to have a drink of something, and why not have it loaded with this? But the other thing I'm thinking is you want to be your own best customer. If you're going to somebody, one of the most ridiculous things, if you can just picture in your mind a scenario where you're presenting this to somebody and they say, well, do you use this stuff? And you say, well, no, actually, I just want to sell it to you. I don't use any of it. That would be the most dumb thing. But the thing it's just a natural thing is we love to share the things that we believe in. If we really believe in something, then just naturally happens. We just do it and we communicate that. And I love what you talked about too, Toni, that leadership is the enthusiastic communication of your vision. And Avini has a high and noble vision. We're going to change the world one person at a time. And oh my goodness, there's some wonderful things. Kind of going along that line, the call that we're doing right now this Saturday, the very next Saturday, we've got Jill Roth and we've got our new senior vice president of marketing, and they're going to be announcing some big deal stuff. It's going to be big. It's going to change everything about Avini moving forward, where we can do the most good for the greatest number of people. And just beyond this, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I just know that this could be something. If you're thinking of somebody that's looking, what am I going to do this year to be healthier and wealthier? Invite them to be on the call and just say, hey, we're doing some exciting things with our company. I just love this company. Would you get on this call and let me know what you think about it? So it might be totally I know they'll enjoy it, but if they go, they just might be inspired to join us in this great cause.
I think so. I think it's amazing. I think this cause, again, has been just an incredible journey, and it continues to be more so. And we're finding more and more wonderful people like Wendy, and everyone on this call, on this Zoom. And we just really want to encourage you to get out there, be active. You're welcome to type in questions, but Dave, I don't know, do you want to keep this tight? And
Yeah, probably keep it tight. We got more calls, but boy, the big thing is we are what we eat. We are what we think. We are what we breathe, what we say and do. All of these things. We've got the opportunity to create our own life, and we've got some wonderful tools through Avini to have the best life ever. And so get in this. Go for it. Let's do this.
let's do this. And are you having a good time, Dave? Are we having
Oh,
fun?
I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Yes. Thank you for having us on. Wendy, thank you for
Thank you
coming
so
on.
much. Oh, thank you so much. You know, I do want to add one thing, and you guys were talking about it and made my thoughts. Toni, you're a good leader too. Just so I want to, edify you too, because you do totally do all three of those things for each of us every day. Keep a journal, you guys. This notebook right here, I start the beginning of the year every year, and I write down what I want to eat, what I did eat, what my thoughts were, affirmations. Oh, I need to talk to Dave Johnson. Who else do I know that I need to talk to? What else can I do? And I write it down every day. We all live by our phones. We write things in our phones. You guys, this handwriting coordination signals the brain, and it is so much more significant than the phone. And you can put it in your phone, but try to write it down. Try to keep a journal and keep everything in there, from every appointment, everything you think, everything you eat, everything you want to do. Put it in your journal and make it happen. Write down your goals in blue ink. That's what I had to have.
Excellent.
Wendy, Toni, I love your energy. It's contagious, and let's go infect the rest of the world. I appreciate your vision on putting this together, specifically how we can use this triad. Oh my goodness,
It's a great deal.
using this anyway. So yeah,
It's amazing. And again, I want to restate what Dave said. Don't miss next Saturday. Don't miss Neil and the gang. Bring everyone to this Zoom next Saturday. You're not going to want to miss it. Tell your friends, tell your team, get on that Zoom. Life
same
changing.
time, same channel. So
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
All
We'll be
right.
there. Thank
Love
you.
you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.